Well, hello, the internet, and welcome back to the live stream. It is Saturday, the 22nd of August, 2020. Hello. This feels kind of strange. Haven't been live on YouTube like this for a little while. Last we spoke was July. Then there was a streaming from Steve Ann. Then it feels like it's been a long gap. And here we are, the week later. Nice to see you. By the way, a little housekeeping here. I'm using a different input setting here, different setup. I'm using my Mac Mini to bring the feed in. Do we have clean visuals? Do we have synced visuals? I guess I should do that without speaking. Just check this out. I'm going to check that out as well on the little stream up here, just to make sure that we are good. Later. Nice to see you. By the way, little here I'm using a different input setting. Interesting. Setup using my Mac Mini to bring the feed in. Do we have clean visuals? Do we have very interesting visuals? I guess I should do that without speaking. Just check this out. That is nowhere near synced. Crikey. That's weird. I mean, it was completely fine. It was completely fine on DLive. That's nowhere near in sync. Okay, well, what are we going to do? We're going to mess with it until it gets right. That's really weird. I'm using the exact same settings as DLive. The audio sync. Crikey, what happened then? Audio is about 1 second behind visual. G'day, Tim. Thanks, man. I'll get to the chat in a second. The audio is about 1 second behind the visual. So you saw it before you heard it. You saw it before you heard it. That means that. Okay, all right. Well, that's going to be interesting. I didn't think that's what I wanted. That's what I needed to do. But let's try this little one here, and then we'll be able to move into the content. I'm sorry about this, folks, but this is the only way to check this. You can't check it as a recording. You got to check it as a live feed. Let me just check this here. I'm watching it on the side here just to verify. That means that. Okay. All right. Well, that's going to be interesting. I didn't think that's what I wanted. Okay, that's better. But let's try this little one here. That's better. Okay, cool. All right, we're good. Let's put this thing back where it was. Let me just slide this back into its little hole up here. Kind of difficult to get in there. Let's get it in the hole. Slide it in. Put it up there. All right. And then we can get back to the content. Chat's up on the screen. Beautiful. Steve M up there first. G'day, Steve. How you doing, man? Arrow Gamer. Good morning, Benon. From lockdown central Melbourne. See you at 9. Good to see you at 9, Arrow Gamer. And I'm apologizing for my lousy typing in the chit chat there. Chris Tamilovich. G'day, Benon. G'day, cheers. G'day, Chris. How you going, man? Tim. Hey, Chris. Hey, Steve, Arrow, and Benon. Chi get the yayo. Hey, dude, I don't know who Chi get the yayo is, and why are you yelling at me? Why are you yelling at me with a handle? Why would you put a handle in uppercase, dude? That's yelling on the internet. Chris, howdy, Tim. Audio's about one. Yeah, okay. David, g'day, David in the house. David Pretty Bread, how you going, man? This cheers is for you. Oh, well, hang on. Should we be giving cheers so willy-nilly? I'm doing it anyway. There it is, little cheers. Hey Chris, Chi, and David. Howdy, Arrow Gamer. There we go, folks. We're up to speed with the chit-chat, and we're up to speed with the audio and the mixing and the syncing. And basically what I'm doing, for those that want to know the tech, instead of bringing the video feed in from my laptop, I'm bringing the feed in from a separate computer source, a Mac Mini. So that's doing all the hard work, the heavy lifting, and this is just receiving it. Makes a lot more sense that way. That way well, I've got a CPU usage of 13% here, which is fine. You know, you'd up to 30% CPU usage on a MacBook Pro is fine. This is 13%, down to 12 now. So we're good here. I did that because I don't know for a fact, but this laptop seems to have gotten sluggish. I've only owned it for 6 months, and it definitely has slowed down in those 6 months. It's weird. It's a weird thing to say, but the more I use this for live streaming, which I do every day, the more it has gotten less and less grunty, less and less power. So I offload the workload onto the Mac Mini, which also means at some point, if I just work out the tech behind it a little deeper, I should be able to use that Mac Mini like I planned for for interviews here on YouTube and on DLive. Speaking of interviews, today, what time is it? It's 9 a.m., 9, 10, 11, 12, 1. In 4.5 hours, I'll be live on the Chamonix channel on DLive. Now, I'll put a little link in the chit chat for you to go and bookmark that page or his channel, Chamonix. It's up there in the chat now. That's where I'm going to be live on as an interview. He's going to interview me on his channel today in 9, 10, 11, 12, 1 at 1:30 Australian Eastern Time, which is 4.5 hours from now. Go scope the Chamonix on DLive channel. That's where I'll be. He's got a really unique thing, this guy. He stands out, right? He stands out, and one of his little shticks is to put the word "cha" in front of everything. So he would say, "Good morning, he doesn't call them givers. I was going to say cha-givers. Well, if I was to do it, I'd say, "Good morning, cha-givers. How cha are you? How's your cha-week been? I hope you're doing well." And it's a very difficult thing to do. That's just his thing. Very nice guy, and he's interviewing me today. So I just put the link there. We'll promote it again at the end of the show here, but I just wanted to let you know that's where I'll be. Ken Norseman, hey there, good sir. Well, don't call me a sir. Don't need to call me a sir. You can just call me Gibbs. But good to see you, Ken. Afternoon all. G'day, Chadsky. Chad Armstrong in the house. How you doing, man? Good to see you. Hello, Gibbers and Benny. Peachy's in the house. Peachy. Thanks for swinging by, Peach. Good to see you. Yes. All right. Well, here we are on YouTube. It's a strange place, YouTube, to do a stream on. I'm not going to lie. Feel a little bit out of my league here. That's the wrong way to describe it. I don't feel out of my league, but I don't feel as welcome here on YouTube. I'm going to be honest. I don't feel as welcome. Yeah, I don't know why. I understand the validity and the importance of streaming on YouTube, but I don't know. I just feel a little... Yeah. By the way, I've changed a few small things on the channel. I don't know if you've noticed that. I've just changed this, this little rotating logo. That was a DLive sticker, and I figured that works well on DLive. It could work well here too, so got that all going. Can't spell today, Archer says. Cool Gibbs. Are you calling me Gibbs? I don't mind Gibbs either. Gibbs will be better, but that's cool, man. So that's what we're going to do on this stream. We're going to take a little look at your mental space. How the hell is your noggin? Forget all the stuff about, does COVID-19 exist? Does the mask work? Why would I have to wear one? Why would they not have to? Why can we go to school? Why can they not? Why can we run in the park without a mask, but they can't go to the beach? Why can I go swimming, but they can go surfing? Why can't this? Forget all that, right? Forget it all. It is the thing. That's what's happening. Regardless of whether you approve of it or not, it is happening. So what I want to know today, how the hell is your head? How is your head coping with this? I had a little incident. Not an incident, but I had a scenario, I suppose you could say. It was on my father's anniversary of his death, which was the 18th of August. So 22, 21, 20, 19, 4 days ago. And I was live streaming on DLive, and the idea of the stream wasn't to talk about COVID-19 or anything, but we did get into quite a deep conversation about it. And a lot of the chit chat, right? A lot of the chat coming from both ends was sort of, it got to that point where it was like, well, neither of you know, like either side of the equation, whichever side you fall, none of you actually know what this is and how we can fight it. You all just keep putting forward your ideas. Like one person will say, the example in the chat was one person said, well, look at Sweden. They didn't lock down and they got great results. And then the next person, and again, I'm not going to mention names here. There's no point. I'm just illustrating how up and down it is. One person says, Sweden didn't lock down and they got great results. The next person says, well, Sweden per capita had shit results. Australia, 24 million population in Australia, 500 cases. Sweden, 9 million, 5,000, deaths, not cases, 5,000 deaths. That's not a good result, right? So you got one person saying, Sweden didn't lock down, they're not wearing masks and they're fine. 9 million population, 5,000 deaths. Australia did lock down, do wear masks in certain parts of the country. Population 24 million, only 300 deaths. And so when you say it like that, it's like, well, okay, Sweden didn't work. But what was happening was the chat was popping off amongst themselves, back and forward, back and forward, back and forward. Now, either it was the conversating that was getting to me, or it was the conversating in addition to the 19 years anniversary of my father's death, and the fact that I had a couple of sherries to salute him. I got really emotional, and I let it fly. I let it fly at the chat. I let it fly at the live stream. I let everybody have it. I was like, this is fucking ridiculous. None of you fucks know what the answer is, yet look at you all back and forth, up and down, smashing each other with facts. And then someone says, this came from the wet market in Wuhan. Then another person says, no, they created it. Then we hear that it was found in Brazil and it was found in France before it was found in China, and blah, 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 blah. Shut the fuck up. We're done. Ultimately, though, I made an analogy or a comparison to, regardless of what you think, now, regardless of your beliefs, regardless of how you've managed to facilitate this into your own lives, however it works for you, this being the COVID-19 situation, regardless of what you feel, we are living in a society, right? We do live in civilized society. We choose that. With that comes responsibility. The responsibility that you accept that there are people that rule over you. They're called the government. Now, you elect that government. You have to abide by that decision, regardless of whether you like it or not. So you can fight back about the mask doesn't do anything. The mask does everything. You gotta wear a mask. You gotta isolate. You can argue as much as the fuck you want, but it makes no difference because you live in the society, and that society says there's governing bodies, and you gotta allow them to rule over you. If you don't want that, you feel free to go and live on a fucking island and have no infrastructure, have nothing that you like, have no services, have nothing. Just go and live on your island. Go and grow your own trees and smoke your own dope and sit there and do your own thing. Great. But if you don't want to do that and you want to live in civilized society, you're basically signing off on allowing an overriding government to rule over you. Now, again, you might not agree with it. That's not the point. You accept that. By signing off and by living in society, you are signing off on that. So you can come into a live stream, doesn't matter whether you have all the facts, doesn't matter whether you have all the answers that you think, and the other person has all the other facts and all the other answers that they think. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all, because they're going to make the decisions. And we just got to live with it, because ultimately we're no one. We're nobody here. And when I said at the beginning of this stream, how's your noggin, right? Well, that was the example of my noggin, my head, just getting too much, just too much at the same shit at the same time. And the end result is there's no difference. We're all still here. We're all still living under whatever this thing is. And this thing constantly changes. You think I agree with having to be locked down? You think I agree with having to wear a mask and then not having to? You think I agree with having the schools, children are fine, children aren't fine, schools are open, don't send your kids to school. Everyone should go to work. Everyone who has a job is a what was the term? An essential worker. If you're an essential worker, you should go to your job. What's an essential worker? Everyone who's employed. Yeah, all these mixed messages, right? I don't agree with it. I think it's a load of bollocks. I think the whole it's just confusing. And it might be even there to confuse us. But that's not the point. The ultimate point is deal with it. Just shut up and live with it. Or get out and go somewhere else. Go and find your island. Go and find some place where there is no government, where there is no law and order, there is no civil society, and live and shut up, or do what the rest of the society is doing and just and live with this, because ultimately you make no difference anyway. You can storm the streets without a mask, you just get arrested, right? You're not gonna go down in history as the one person who made the difference. You're not. So you might as well just go, all right, deal with it. Make whatever I can with it and go for it. That sounds like a cocktail for stress. My sympathies. Yeah, Chad. Thanks, man. It wasn't a good day. Ken, zero stress, no worries, as you guys say. No worries, right? Gibbs got to step off, but we'll chat more soon. Grandson's calling my. No worries, Ken. Cool, man. Cool, dude. Yeah. So I guess that with that being said, if anybody has any contributions here, if anybody wants to contribute with their mental state and their level of acceptance or stress levels, whatever it may be, whether you're fine, whether you're not fine, doesn't matter. This is not a place of judgment. This is just a place of, think of this as a little bit of a let it out farm where you can let out whatever you need to let out if you want to. You don't have to. I did, and I flew off it. Like, I let it fly. And I'm telling you, I don't want to name the names in the chat. That's not the point. But there was some people that I value their opinions, and on both sides of this equation, and I let both of them have it. Or not both, I let all of them have it. So you guys just, because there's another level to this where, as a streamer, someone who's creating the content, it gets very it gets very concerning when it gets very concerning and confusing when you look into a chat and all you see is the words. Like, we had an example, I think this might have even been the beginning of the stream. Some dick came in the chat and wrote the words, "kill all." Kill all. And I was like, kill all what? What are you suggesting? Kill all. And I gave that person plenty of time to, put down the rest of the sentence, whatever it was. Like, I gave them the opportunity to explain themselves. Oh, no, Gibbs, I meant kill all viruses, or I meant kill all onshore wind at the beach so that you don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, I gave them the chance to explain themselves, and they didn't. They then came back and said it's a meme from the Vietnam War, and I'm like, didn't have memes back then, dude. So what? And then I got so shitty and so on edge at just two words, kill all, because I can't see what the person meant. And in that regard, that person is trolling me, right? At that point, they're trolling me because they're a faceless, nameless, right? They don't have a channel of their own. They don't have anything to back themselves, but they can come out into a chat and just dictate the discussion by putting the words kill all. And it was additional crew in my chat, God bless their cotton socks, that they explained, no, this dude's trolling you, dude. This is a series of messages that they go around putting in all chats to spark up conversation about whatever. I'm not even going to discuss what it is, but Chatsky, personally, I'm doing okay. I'm just tired, really. A mix of work and pandemic stress, but I'm managing. I find that people that deny the pandemic more tiring than the pandemic themselves. Itself. Yeah, right. Okay, yeah. See, you just trying to dissect that sentence. You're at that point that I am in a sense that we're now, 8 months into this, right? If you don't include the tail end of last year, if you just include January 2020 through till August, we're 8 months in, and all I'm seeing and all I'm saying is that everything's changing so rapidly. Like, we keep seeing and keep hearing different results, different reports, different methods to deal with this from our government. All these things are different. They're always changing, and I don't pretend to be the one that knows. I don't pretend to know the answers, but everybody online does. Everybody's coming out going, "What? This is so bullshit. This is fighting. This is depleting our civil rights. I can't believe they got to make us wear a mask." I was like, someone in the chat said that wearing a mask, forcing us to wear a mask is taking away a civil liberty. And I was like, you know that they make us wear clothing as well, right? Like, you can't just walk up the street butt naked. So it's a piece of fucking material. You've got material all over you. I'm wearing material right now. I'm wearing clothing because this is the way society expects me to present myself. I can't just sit here naked, tackle hanging out. I gotta wear material over it. So what difference is a bit of material over your mouth if they're telling us that it's gonna save lives? It's eroding your civil liberties. Oh my God, are you hearing yourself? If you don't understand why the mask is there, they say it's not the mask gives, it's just the start. It's just the start. And then they're going to start taking away your right to express yourself. They're going to take away your right to drive up the street in your vehicle. They're going to... Dude, people are dying because of the spit that's coming out of your mouth carrying a virus. And you think this is erosion of civil liberties? Go to your island. Don't wear your mask. Go and live free. Go to your naked islands. You can do that shit. If you can find one. I don't know where they exist, but... Aero Gamer, working 2 days on, 2 days off, and my kids doing homeschool and basically not leaving the house. Being in lockdown in Melbourne, I find it's great to break things up by going to work. Okay. Again, with this change in the message change, which is the most frustrating thing, we have seen a change in the Melbourne, in the Victorian law. The law used to say you couldn't go more than 5Ks for exercise or something. Now you can. And I mean, this is just one example of how it's confusing as shit. The people got fined. I think it was $1,600, 1,600 Australian dollars for going further than 5 kilometers to exercise. But now you're allowed to. Okay. But you're working 2 days on, 2 days off, and my kids doing homeschool and not leaving the house. Being in lockdown in Melbourne, I find it's great to break things up by going to work. So you're still able to go into your office or your place of work. Aero Gamer, how far from home is that for you? What's the travel distance? And do you, if you go further than 5 kilometers, do you need to get a permit? And you're obviously masking up, right? You have to mask. Chadsky, I got all next week off. I'm gonna get a bunch of surfing in and staying in a cabin by a lake. Are you hoping for some wind swell on the lake, or is there a beach near the lake? Sounds like fun, dude. The civil liberties stretch is a play by people that fetishize about having never experienced being oppressed. There, I said it. Wow, dude, that's cool. The civil liberties stretch is a play by people that fetishize about not being, but never have experienced being oppressed. There, I said it. Interesting, yeah. Freaking Diego, 805. Freaking Diego, good to see you, freaking. Yeah, I mean, this thing about, like, they're trying to remove our civil liberties. They're coming once for the mask, and then they're going to come next. They're going to take away your right to wear shoes, and they're going to make you all take trains and buses to work, and you won't be able to drive your vehicle. I mean, this is... At that point, right? At the point that those people are at, how do you live? Like, how do you live your life if that's your angle? If all you've got is this concern and this manufactured mental state where you think everything's out to get you, I tell you, man, it's a shit of a way to live. You're missing a lot of life at that point. Life, you should enjoy your life, right? Just, especially on a day like the 19th anniversary of my father passing from cancer. I had these people telling me about civil liberties and they're coming to get you and it's called the mask is the first stage. And I was like, you know what, man? That's fucking irrelevant. Go out there and breathe in, breathe out, live your life, enjoy yourself because, hey, it may get taken from you before you've even turned around. Just like my father. I saw someone say something poignant the other day about how the evolution of the response to COVID is essentially science in action. Most people are used to the end product, the we figured it out part. So people feel like the evolution looks like people are just making things up as they go, when in reality, that's just the constant adjustment of what we learn. Thinking about it that way helped put it in perspective, a matter of developing understanding for me at least. I mean, that's a very, very good point, Chad. And I gotta say, I fall into that category that you suggested. I fall into that category of being I'm annoyed at the changes. However, I understand that we learn as we go along. So when I get flustered and frustrated with the message changing and the requirements changing, I need to understand that the change in the message and the change in all those situations is specifically related to the change in the knowledge that we've garnered. Can you hear that dog next door? Benny Crawford in the house. Benny, the man who mixes Jack and Bundy and Coke. Now, Benny, let me just ask you, it's a new day. It's a fresh morning. Yesterday, you were pretty keen for me to try this. Does that still stand? I will go and buy a bottle of Bundy. I've got a bottle of Jack here. I will buy a bottle of Bundy rum and I will mix them, but only if the sober Benny Crawford says, oh yeah, no, that still stands, dude. That was good. I wasn't just drunk last night. That stands. Because last night in the D-Live chat, Benny was like, dude, you got to get Bundy and Coke and mix it, man. Go shot for shot, and then the Coke, it's rad, dude. I was like, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's whiskey and it's rum. He's like, do it. And I said I would, but I knew that I hoped I'd see Benny. But actually, Benny, you said you'd go for a surf this morning. Dude, it's still flat as a tack out there. Absolutely flat. 3 days of just complete flat. Crazy. Benny, Aero Gamer. I only live 2 kilometers from work. Okay, but I still need to get a work permit. Mask is compulsory as soon as you leave the front gate, and I'm at work as well. Okay, well there you go. Right. Is that eroding your civil liberties, Benny? Aero Gamer. And I'm putting on this strange accent. I don't know why. Aero Gamer, let me ask you, if you need to wear a mask the second you leave home and you gotta wear one in the workplace, you know what I'm doing? I didn't even notice I was doing this. I'm doing a, what's his name? Infowars. What's his name? Alan Jones. I'm doing an Alan Jones without even trying to. I was doing the, don't want to ruin my larynx. How are your civil liberties? How are they eroding? I'm not going to try to do it. I didn't mean to do it. I just kind of heard that it was doing it. I didn't mean it, but I was actually doing a thing that we used to do on D-Live when someone would drop a lemon. My Eunice, wow! And then after enough of those, I was like, I don't want to ruin my larynx. And that was a running gag that, we stopped running it for a while, and I just brought it back on the YouTube. David says, my wife and kids are dealing with it okay, trying my best to protect others and myself. And that's what the mask is for, right? The mask isn't for you and your civil liberties. It's to protect the others around you. It's like a big light bulb should go off at that point. When someone says to you, dude, we're not asking you to wear a mask so that you don't get sick. We're asking you to be less selfish because you don't even know you've got it. You won't show any symptoms. You'll cure yourself of it. But if you've got it and you don't know and you're giving it to the next person and the next person and then they're elderly people and they die, you're selfish at that point, right? Freaking Diego. Thank you, man. Good morning, Benny. Timsky. Hey, Tim. It's a great mix, Benny. Okay, so you still stand by it, Benny? You stand by it? It's flat as here. It may be so on the East Coast for a week. Holy shit. Well, the accent I use for this is usually an American Southern accent. Is that what I'm using? A Southern accent? Okay, Benny. Okay, if you've said it. Actually, you didn't quite say it, Benny. Did you say it? Say this in the chat, Benny. Say this. Get the Bundy, mix it with Jack. No, just say buy the Bundy and mix it with the Jack on the D-Live, and I'll do it tonight. I will do it. I will go out. I will go out specifically. I'll wear my mask. Actually, we don't have to. See, that's the strange thing, right? We don't have to wear a mask here. We don't have to mask up. I can go up the street to my local BWS and just walk in there. Actually, they do have a bouncer on the door that sort of keeps an eye on who's in and how many are in the store, which is kind of strange because it's like they let you in and they let you out, but you walk right past the next person in the doorway. So it's like you're either in there with them or you're passing them through the door. And she's sitting, and this is a woman bouncer, she's there the whole time. So like everyone's passing it off to her and then she's passing it off to me. Benny's laughing. Benny still hasn't answered the question though, Benny. Chadsky, Benny, I saw Gibbs' video with the fins and tail pad on the board and my mouth is watering. Chad, it looks rad, doesn't it? It looks so sick. I'm really pumped. I'm really pumped out there. Well, I will be pumped out there, hopefully. And by the time that the swell comes back up, I'm sure I'll be good to go. The wax will turn up as well. The wax is on its way. Yeah, so we got a big dry spell of swell. No swell coming for the next week. By the way, folks, just another reminder. I'm going to be on the Chamonix channel on DLive. Now, what's DLive? Well, I'll put a little linky poo in the chit chat in 4 hours from now. So at 1:30 Eastern Australian, I'll be on the Chamonix channel. Right here, I put a little linky poo in the chit chat. That's the link to the Chamonix channel. Go ahead and hit that link, and then at 1:30 I'll be over there live. He's going to interview me. I'm guesting on his channel, which is rad. Chatsky, Tim, it's against someone's civil liberties for them to not be allowed to pass on COVID. Asking for a friend. Tim. Combine Bundy, Jack, and Coke with us. There it is. Okay, Benny. I'm out. I'm going to go and get some. Just kidding. I'll get some off stream. I don't have any here. I will do it though, Benny. I will do it. In fact, I'm going to title the DLive stream this afternoon. I'm going to title it Bundy Rum and Jack Whiskey? ? Benny, you are nuts. Benny, the mix as strong as you wish. Half shot of each or a full shot each for a double. I'll probably just go half each. I got a little shot glasses here that I got last year on my birthday. Jägermeister shot glasses. I'll use these. Oh, it's got a measure there too. 20 centiliter, 2 centiliter. Chadsky, there's a hurricane hitting the coast of Mexico right now, sending waves our way this coming week. Oh, wee, wow, cool. Peachy, I can't see what the next roadblock or change to my regular activities is going to be like. Like doctor appointments, arrive early, call, I'm outside, wait for a call, it's okay to go in. Yeah, that's pretty normal, right? And by the way, all of our doctors' surgeries, all of our doctors' buildings, what are they called? They're not surgeries. What are they called? Doctors. All of our doctors, when you go in the waiting room, they got like staggered chairing across the different parts of the room. That's cool. Gilski's in the house. The man. Oh, shit, man. My iPad's not working, Gil. I tried to turn it on this morning. It wouldn't work. I dropped my iPad in the tub. I dropped my iPad in the bath. Do you want to see that? I got a video here of it. Where did I put it? Let me just see if I can find it here. I dropped my iPad in the bathtub while watching Gil Poznansky's DLive stream yesterday, and it kills me. I do have it here. Let me just put it on my desktop. Yeah, this kills me. This kills me. I'm gonna. You want to have a bit of a giggle here, folks? Let's check this out. This is me dropping my freaking iPad in the tub. Oh my goodness! I just dropped my iPad in the bath, watching Gil's stream. First of all, you got to question yourself. What the hell were you doing in the tub, dude? What? You're 44. You went to have a bath? What are you? You're not 7 years of age. Holy shit! I was gonna do a video. I was gonna show you how I'm sitting here. It was sitting up this. It was sitting like this. On there. And you can hear it's a little bit muffly. It literally fell into the bath. Wow. I caught it. It went in about a foot. I think it's going to stop working. Holy crap. How's that still working? Look at it. It's soaking wet. How's that still working? It's not. Wow. So, let me put Gil down here. A lot of people don't know in Australia, but were you a fan of the old G.I. Joe cartoon? And I just wanted to let you know that I'm having a bath. I never do a bath. In fact, this is the first time I've ever been in this bath without Poopsie. I went for a fitness walk. My knee is still kadanked. I got to the bottom of the street thinking, yeah, this will be fine. It was not fine. I turned around, came back and thought, I'm going to Radox it up. Got the muscle soothing Radox. Gil says, my stream is on D-Live is always best when watching naked in a warm water. It's a D-Live original experience. And I thought I'd just lay in here watching Gil, have my iPad sitting up there, and I was sitting back here, and the thing fell into the tub, and I grabbed it out of the water and dried it, and it's still working. And it's got a cracked screen. It shouldn't be still working. Holy moly. I mean, at that point, I was lucky that it did continue to work, but it hasn't maintained its workability. It stopped working. Yesterday, so what I found was it was still running, and I just left it. I turned it up on its side and drained all the water out. There's like holes in the bottom and where the speaker grill. I drained all the water out of that and dried it all off. And then I basically just left it because if you touch the screen, it wouldn't do a thing. So I could watch what was already up there, which was Gil. But then the second that I turned it off, you press it to turn it back on, and then you can't activate the touchpad or the fingerprint reader. That was while I was bathing. After I'd finished, I left it in front of a blow dryer. So I put a hairdryer on my bed, just blaring at it until it gave me a temperature warning, and it says this, when you've had your phone in the car or on the dash and it's like in the sun, it's like, this is too hot, iPad's got to cool down. Well, that came up saying you got to cool it down. And then when it cooled down, it worked. And I was using it last night on the D-Live stream, using it, searching, and everything was fine. This morning I went to turn it on and it does this thing where it lights up, the Apple logo comes on, then it goes blank. Before it goes blank, it goes a little bit red and then it goes off. Then it goes on again, then it goes off. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to, right now, many iPads have died to watch my content. We should have a celebratory a service, right? Right now it's sitting in the sun, in a corner of the room where the sunbeams come down, and I'll go and get it. And I'll check it again. But put it in some rice, it can dry it out. Yeah, because rice is an absorbent. I've heard that, yeah. But an ultimate absorbent is blowing hot air onto the thing. So I'm going to do the blow dryer, the hair dryer. What the hell is a blow dryer? Why do I keep saying blow dry? I'd never even use a blow dryer or a hair dryer. What I'll do, I'm going to go and grab it. Hang on. I'm going to go and grab it. I'll go and grab it now, but I'm going to give you something to watch while I go and grab it. This is a strange connection to an artist from Adelaide that I have called Julia Henning. Welcome back to the Slightly Random Daily Song. Now this is going to be very difficult for me to show you this t-shirt. There is a print down here. You can kind of see that print there. There is a print on this side as well, which is going to be very hard for me to show you. It's going to be difficult to get to. You can see that there? I got shadowing, I got a harsh angel. I don't know if you could make that out. If you can't make it out, I'll let you know what it says. It says Julia Henning. Julia Henning is a singer-songwriter from Adelaide, South Australia. Now, the connectivity here goes back to my last year in Adelaide. So I left Adelaide in 2013 during a bust-up, right? A breakup. At the time, so let's go back even further. Julia Henning's partner at the time was Eli Green. Eli Green is the drummer with the Mark of Cain, but only when the Mark of Cain are touring locally. When the Mark of Cain do international work, their drummer is John Stanier, whom we've talked about on this Slightly Random Daily Song before. When the Mark of Cain are touring Australia, they use a local drummer from Adelaide, Eli Green, in a band called Life Pilot. His partner, Julia Henning, is also a performance artist. Now, at the time that this album that I'm about to tell you about, it's called Fledgling, at the time that that was coming out, there was some talk between myself, her, Eli, and my ex-partner, Haley, about doing the photography for the album. Now, I gotta tell you, I don't know whether Haley ended up taking that job. obviously there's no communication connection between her and myself these days, or any from there on. So I don't know. So this t-shirt was like a pre-release. You pay for the album, you get the shirt, you get the album. I don't know where the album is. I don't have the album. I have the digital files. That's a big wave. I was looking for the actual physical album to see the credits and see if Hayley did I don't know who did the photography. It's kind of it looks like her work. The kind of color tones and everything kind of looks similar to what Hayley was doing, but I just can't recall. I've blanked out that stuff in my mind. Yeah, I can't recall whether that job came through because we had our own little thing sort of just starting F0, but I don't remember how it all worked out. I would rather not remember anything about that, to be honest, but here it is, the Julia Henning shirt. That's all that there is on this. There's nothing else on the print. It's just that sort of funky little side print here, and there's that funky little graphic on the side here. Like I said, the album's called Fledgling. Now the track I want to play for you is Tempest. Now this was a single from the album. You know what? I can't even remember. Did I photograph the single launch? I don't remember. It's like I'm saying all that shit's a blanket block for me. But anyway, let's put you guys down and you can enjoy the track. I'll put you down here like this. I'm gonna go like this. We're gonna go about there. I guess that's a pretty nice angel. Is that a pretty nice angel? I think that's a pretty nice angel for you to enjoy Julia Henning from the album Fledgling, the track Tempest.
They promised us a storm designed alone to rip. They say we won't go down with it. But even if this day turns into our last, I would still be happier than when we held their hands.
you go, folks. Julia Henning from the fledgling album with Tempest. Did you enjoy that track? Quite nice, yes? Very nice scene behind me here. Tide's coming up. A lot of onshore swell. I've got a kadanked knee. I can't be surfing for a little while, but I have been enjoying watching those waves come through. Now look, while I sit down and try to work out more about the history of the photography and the drama behind blah, 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 blah back in the day, you guys can go back to the live stream. Now listen. Are you listening? Listen. Listen, Gil Pickle, listen. That was funny. Charlotte Rose in the chit chat. Good morning, Charlotte. We're going to check the iPad here. It's been sitting in the sun all morning. It did work last night. This morning when I tried to use it before putting it in the sun, it didn't work. It came up with the screen, the Apple, and then it just kept going on and off. So let's see what happens here. That's good. That's not. Watch this. Not touching it. So that's going to continue to do that, flickering on and off, right? That's bad. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's bad. 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 That's good. 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 That's bad. That's bad. That's bad. That's bad. Bad. Good. 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 That's good. That's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. Bad. See? I don't know what to do. I mean, at this juncture, listen. Should have put it in rice. Now, the thing with that is, I can do that. I will. The thing is, the reason I didn't put it in rice is because it worked. It was working. Like, I was literally using this on the stream last night. But I can put it in a Tupperware container and pour rice over the top. For sure, I'll do that. I should have done this now. Anyway, as correctly identified by Gil, I don't think the Radox was doing any favors here. It went into the water about that deep, and it went in there for about less than 2 seconds, and I grabbed it out, and straight away I put it this way, and so the water wasn't going to go into the grills down here, and I let it, and then I dried it, and then it worked, and it was continuing to work. However, Radox and all the salt and sodiums and all that garbage, yeah. Put it in a bag of rice. Same thing happened when I dropped my old iPhone in the toilet, did the same thing, then it worked. Okay, yeah, okay. Try double tapping on the Apple logo as soon as it comes on? What, really? I've never heard of that before, Timbo. Nah, that's not it. It's like something is tripping it, right? Like it's loading, and we've seen that it does work. So this, yeah, I don't know. Not the real McCoy's in the house. Not the real McCoy, dude. Can we take a look at some of your surfing clips, my friend? I'd love to do that. You put them in my Who did that? Who did that on YouTube? Ellen Pintero, Edel El Diono, Pararo became a giver. Thank you, Everardo Dobrino Pepino. I want to take a look at some of your surfing. Now you put it on the Gives a Minute. Actually, you know what? Can you put links in the chat? No, you can't, can you? I was going to say you could link us to your favorite surfing clip, or I could just go to my Facebook, which I hate opening up on a stream. I won't even open it on the stream. I'll do it off stream because you have put a few in your in the Gives a Minute channel there, and I'd like to take a look at some of your. So I haven't been doing a wave a day. However, the real McCoy has been. Let me grab out a couple here. Okay, so we got a most recent one. Let me just grab this out of here. Okay. I'm doing this off screen here for. Oh, keep it down over there. Let me put you guys. Let me do it this way. Put you guys over here. Let me put this up here. This is the real McCoy. Dismiss this. Surf point of view, Spot X, steep drop on the right, and Nathan in a barrel right at the end. Oh shit, yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Look at that. Oh wow. Dude. Get on that. Hell yeah. Gil says, I've heard that if you hook the iPad to the battery in Steve van, then start the van, it should come back on fine. Oh, dude, this is good swell, man. Hell yeah. You. Dude, that was sick. It's a bit loud. I'll drop the volume down in guts. That was sick, man. I tried to mask people just run away screaming and then the usual... Not continual tapping, just only one double tap. Really? Nah, nothing there, Tim. Nah, it's not that, dude. I didn't know that that was a Let's take a dude, you've been pumping the content 18 hours ago, 18 hours ago, 18 hours ago, 18 hours ago. Let's take this one. Pop it in the microwave oven for 10 minutes. Tim, I think you're having a lend to me. You're having a lend to me, man. So whilst while I haven't been surfing, the real McCoy's been out there smashing it. Look at oh shit, yeah. You. Closeout City. A couple of closeouts there. Take it to the Apple Store and just tell them, yeah, that's probably what I'll do, Gil. If it doesn't work in the ice, in the rice, then I'll just go in and say, look, I dropped it in the tub. No, don't. I'm not going to lie to them. The first thing they'll do is do a water test. They've got a litmus paper in there that goes purple. They'll check that straight away and they'll say, this is water damage, dude. You're a dickhead. You're lying. Hey, Martin, what size is your board, dude? And you use the head mount, don't you? You don't use a mouth mount, you use a head mount? A lot of dudes out there too. I'm gonna be famous now? Dude, I'm stoked to be sharing this. Look at that. Get it, boys? You're too far off to the side there, aren't you? Oh, look at that. That's a good section. Oh, nobody got it. Oh, yes. You got to get over there, champ. Dude. Oh, that's a good wave. You.
Lovely.
Ah, just getting into it. Close out, but still looking fun, right? Yeah, looking totally fun. Let's take another one. 16 hours ago, 28, 2 minutes. Paddle out. I want to find. Let's have a look at your most viewed. Sort by most popular. A month ago, 28, 44 views. Why is this one so popular? Let's find out. Going left. Shit, yeah. You. Dude. That's a good wave. That's a good wave, man. Water looks nice, doesn't it? Yeah. Looks cold. What size is your board, Martin?
Very nice.
What size is your board? Let's take another one here. Okay. Okay. I'm the closeout king. That's me, dude. I'm closeout population 1. Me. Gives a minute. That's my town. GoPro seal alert. Okay, we'll take this as the last one, folks.
Here's the seal. Here's the seal. Come on, mate, come up. Where is he? Come on, Sealy. Where is he? Oh, he isn't. There he is. Just saw him. There he is.
That's a seal. I wouldn't be that comfortable.
I saw a seal this morning. Look at him. He's washing his face. Fantastic.
I wouldn't be that comfortable out there with a seal, to be honest. That's shark bait.
I don't think he's going to let me get close, but
7.6.
got
Okay,
rather
7.6.
large teeth.
Look for the clip Redemption at last. Okay, we'll check that one out. Redemption.
Well, that's made my morning.
Totally, man. I wouldn't be
He's a good
paddling
boy
out to the
too.
seal, though. I'd be like, oh, shit, sharks. Okay, so we're looking for the clip Redemption at last. Not the real McCoy. Da-na-na-na-na-na. If I just do a search for Redemption. I spelled it wrong. Redemption. Redemption at last. Here we go. Best wave for a long time. Apologize if I got a little excited. No apology needed, dude. Get onto that. Oh, that's picking up. Oh, dude, that's a... Oh, yeah, look at that. That's gonna be a sick ride. Hell yeah. Yes! Hell yeah!
Oh, yeah!
Dude. That was sick.
Finally!
Finally. Yes.
Please let that be recording.
Please let that be recording. I gotta see that again, dude. Yeah, you got a head mount, haven't you? Yeah. Oh, you cut out the other guy. What I would love at that point, ironically, would be a beach mount camera so we can see the wide shot, the long shot. But that was a sick wave, man. Far out at peak. You were in the right spot. You could see the other guys be like, dude, this is the greatest wave. And they were all like, oh, he's in the spot. See, I'm gonna critique this. Let's go back to the start. So you can already see on the horizon that wave is Martin, the real McCoy, is in the perfect spot for this wave because see, where's my mouse? See here how it's building up here, and it's also built up over there. Normally that means it's going to close out on that side. Here it's a little lower, so it's peaking here and it's getting less here. That means that this wave's going to be rideable along this face, but maybe not so much that way. It's probably going to close out. So when he turns around, you see that there's at least 3 other dudes that are going to go for that wave. But by the time Martin turns his board and positions himself kind of somewhere over here, you're going to be basically in line with this edge, which is the perfect primo spot. And you see another dude sort of look at him like, is he going to go for it? Because if he doesn't go for it, the other dude will go for it. See, look at this. Look, this guy's too far to that side, to the left, and then there's a guy coming on this side. This guy here's like, dude, this is gonna be perfect. But the McCoy, Martin, has he's got priority because he's closer to the peak. The guy on the left here is not gonna get it because it's gonna close out. But you're right on that edge of it's where the sandbank drops off below it, and the wave drops off in size. You're right at that exact spot to. I was so excited. Great White was also in the house. What? Great White? Great White? You had a great white shark in that beach? By the way, I got something caught in my eye here. Have you heard that Apple dropped the game Fortnite? As a result, people are selling earphones with iPhones on them. Yeah, I have heard that. Yeah, I heard that happened. So look at this guy. He's gonna like, oh, I could probably still get it, but you're paddling for it, man. This is your wave. Look at him. He's even turning. He's like, I could probably get it. Nah, it's yours, dude. Hell yeah. That's peaking perfectly. Yes.
Oh yeah!
Damn, that was sick, man. That was sick.
Finally!
That was sick.
Please let that be recording.
That was sick. Yeah, well played. Well played. Nicely done. Nicely done. Nicely done. So if anyone wants to know what Tim's talking about, just as a little side tangent, we won't go too deep into this, but Fortnite did a little Swifty, and they went in and changed their app to enable purchases inside the app that didn't go through the Apple chain, if you like. So if you're playing Fortnite, you can play it for free. It's a free download on the App Store. But inside the game, there are certain things that you can buy, game things. I don't really play games, but I understand that there's in-app purchases. Now, typically, and by contract, you have to do that through the Apple ecosystem because Apple take a cut. But inside the game, the creators of Fortnite decided to go past that intentionally and give you the option to buy outside of the Apple ecosystem and therefore not pay the fee. Now, the word on the street is that they did this intentionally, knowing that Apple would bite back. They'd already prepared lawsuits and lawyers and shit, and they're deep in on it to try to like make a point, basically. But the point is pretty null and void because when you play on the Apple ecosystem, again, it's kind of similar to our earlier discussion. You check off a box saying, I agree to this, this, and this, and that is the agreement. If you don't agree to that, then you remove your app from the App Store. But if you've agreed to it, the rules are you've got to put your in-app purchases through our system. That's just the nature. So Apple yanked the game off the App Store, and they're done. That was such a sick wave. I missed so many waves that morning. This was epic to finally jag one. Right, I know the feeling, Martin. And that was a good size wave too. That looks sick, man. I'm jealous. I'm jealous, just like Chad was. I'm totally jealous, man. Very cool, very cool. Folks, I want to remind you one more time here. What time is it now? Where is my clock? It is 10 o'clock. 10, 11, 12, 1. In 3.5 hours, I'll be live as a guest over on the Chimani channel on DLive. He's going to interview me, so that's going to be the great opportunity to have an experience on DLive I haven't had yet. I haven't been interviewed on DLive, so this is my first DLive interview. It's going to take place on the Chimani channel. I've linked it again in the chit chat right there. Go and scope Chimani. That's happening in 3.5 hours. In the meantime, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to go and buy some Bundy rum on the recommendation of Benny. I was going to say Benny 12C. Benny 12. It's Benny 12. Benny Crawford here. On the recommendation of Benny, I'm going to go and buy some Bundy rum. I'm going to be mixing it with Jack Daniel's whiskey and Coke on the stream today on DLive later on. Not on the Chimani stream. I'm not going to be boozing up on that stream. I'm going to present my best option I can on DLive for Chimani. I'd love you to come across there. Even if you don't use DLive, just go across and hit that link and you'll go to his page. It'll say streamer is offline, but obviously when it gets closer to 1:30, that'll change. Folks, that's what's happening today on the DLive stream. Tomorrow, we're going to be live IRL style on DLive, streaming from Stevan Orient Point Edition. Tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, Australian Standard Eastern Time. I can hear the outro music rolling right now. Thanks for a wonderful stream here on the YouTubes. See you on Chimani, 1:30. Shit yeah.
Steak?
Money's too tight for steak.
Steak?
Cut of meat, 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 cut of meat.